Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. At some point in the future, people will refer to us as legendary. I hope you all are having a good time and I appreciate your cooperation. Please take us to the top of the resop. Do of the TikTok cause, obviously. Do you think it's worth it to wait around till, hopefully the XRP price goes up? Interesting development for Merlin XRP as it now goes on to, I guess, better XRP in the XRP community. This red alert has been reissued, right guys? Do you recall that this red alert accurately predicted the day on which the Hindman document would become public? It's fascinating because I don't see this crown on anybody's head, right? And it was 366 days after he wrote release before the Hindman documents were disclosed and he uploaded this. Take it for what it's worth, fellas. Is it possible that this means XRP will eventually become the dominant cryptocurrency? Without a doubt. However, we must ask, what are we waiting for? Because this is so bonkers, this is one of the most anticipated events of the year, and in today's video, we saw confirmation of it coming from every which way. According to Bank of America, the stock market is on the verge of a catastrophic crash. In a direct statement, Bank of America verified, US Bank is a big fan of XRP. Look at this article and you'll understand what I mean about Mr. Pool's partnership with 911 being the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. You can't make this stuff up. Today, a Bank of America strategist wrote in a note that, rather than a sustained bull market, the recent upswing indicates a big rally before big collapse. You people are right, we have been stating this for the better part of a year now. Almost all markets, including stocks and cryptocurrencies, will see a massive rally before eventually collapsing, but only after we've already passed the point of no return. The Bank of America has officially acknowledged that he is correct. This is too unbelievable to be true. Also, I should clarify that I am not employed by Bank of America. But have any of you observed what I see? The word collapse is used by them. Is it just me, or does everyone else seem to be saying collapse, collapse, collapse? No one else seems to be using this channel besides us. We're the only ones who can put a stop to it. They didn't use the word and they call it a big collapse, not a small collapse. The term crash, plummet, or recession may have been used instead by the bullish indicative. But total collapse is what we're talking about here. Can't you see the whole picture? Guys, dudes, we're in the midst of a second housing bubble. Right. The situation is out of control. Keep in mind that most markets are in a bubble at the moment, but hear me out. Overreaching governments and compliant central banks have pushed us to the brink of calamity, as Ray Dalio has warned. Now everyone is talking about the impending collapse, but who warned of it first? The regulars, of course, and us. Aside from this channel, I can't think of anyone else discussing a major collapse and tying up loose ends right now. But first, you must witness the upward spiral of events. If we extrapolate forward 18 months from today, we reach January 2025. You guys were right about that time. Like the Soviet Union in the 1990s, our failed elites hide and gaslight their way through the process until they become too big to bail out at the drop of a hat. The jury is still out on that one. What comes after them is a mystery at the moment. But I doubt that it will have the same sleek design as the current crop of elite Cutlass drivers. Therefore, the temporal frame is unambiguous. It's all going to happen in the year 2425, or maybe it already has. Seems like way, right? I mean, just look at what's happening on TikTok France right now, if you're late, right? Creatures running at large. That's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, right, guys? All these videos everyone is purportedly posting show nothing but complete and utter anarchy, right guys? Before yesterday, 2 days ago. We're not joking around here, guys, things are becoming quite frantic. Now. Things are improving rapidly. It's gotten to the point that mentioning France in passing now makes you sound like the Batman. This is too unbelievable to be true. Batman, y'all. Where does the current French situation stand? Things are getting crazy busy around here. We warned you all, and it looks like our predictions are coming true sooner rather than later. The strategy, then, is crystal clear. The market rises sharply. The bottom is going to fall out. These are the precursors to the actual warnings. Right are signals or signs that we're heading towards a reset, because France is failing or falling in the way you think it is, that people will fall directly into the arms of state control. Who got confirmed on this channel? I haven't seen anyone else. We stated before multiple times, a lot of times, so you guys can listen. Restriction on entry based on digital ID. When the internet is down because of social media censorship, the people support it, and then we all collapse. I told you so, right? Riots, protests, and general anarchy in the streets are exactly what they intended. In fact, we haven't even reached the worst part yet. Even though I haven't seen your movie, I'm very sure that's the climax, and this seems a bit like the purge. You guys want to know why this is called the purge, right? Let us elaborate. Full lockdown, including a purported internet blackout, is expected in France tomorrow. You have until midnight tonight to finish gathering food, water, and supplies, as France is about to go into lockdown mode, complete with a blackout of the internet. This is from France, as you are being told right now. Well, let's have a look at this. Here, people, I guess I can see some other tweets. Macron is shutting down all French media outlets and taking them off the air, effectively silencing the public. The French, won't be able to see or communicate with the outside world, and we won't be able to hear them, right? The staging area. According to this guy's translation, they promised to take action within the next few hours, including removing the most sensitive content from various sites and social networks. I told you it was obvious. You can see them frothing at the mouth, because of what's happening now. Right. Indeed, it's a big hit with them. This situation will be used to their advantage. Of course they will. What, you can't see that? When can we expect the next round of internet outages? By lockdowns, I also refer to internet outages. Right. We haven't even reached the worst part yet, and here is why. Guys. So, you're curious as to why, right? Because the purging hasn't happened yet. I'm sure you all recall our conversation about the purge and how Donald Trump will save the planet. Right? When the power goes out, that's when the purge will begin. It's not just the internet that can go down. I'm referring to plugging in and all that jazz. What do you think happens when people go hungry? Conflicts arise between individuals. Right? Right now, people are actively pursuing them. However, they won't be making the trip. They're joining forces and assaulting the area as a whole. They're not actively attacking one another. Since I haven't seen the movie, I can't say for sure what happens during the purge, but I imagine that people start attacking each other following the collapse. Right? And that's when it could pay to have some supplies on hand. Do not take this as financial guidance. I hope you don't take my words as a call to panic. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I imagine most of you would rather be cheerful. As we see the purging unfold, it's important to be in a higher vibrational level so that you can more easily negotiate the inevitable challenges you'll face. All of this is part of the new financial system that I informed you about, right? When people start looking for a solution, you've already provided them with one. Don't freak out. It's ironic, considering the cruel ones foretold this very thing would happen to us only yesterday. Surely the image we just saw has left an impression on you. Look at this. 7/13/21, the identity of the $100 bill frozen in this cube of ice. Again, what the heck does that mean, brothers? Right? The hell did you say? You do realize that this is where all the BIS hookups are, right? How come everything in Ripple has to do with this CBDC project, by the way? Was this, exactly, Mission Icebreaker? You're right, Project Icebreaker did integrate the usage of bridge currencies in the early stages of the global digital currency system to facilitate transactions between two unique yen currencies. They assured us David Schwartz is a true legend, and we have to believe them. They hold David Schwartz in the highest regard. This guy seems to have a point. How hip does he look? Bricks might be made out of his t-shirt. This guy is right, or a t-shirt. Whoa, talk about a mythical figure. Absolutely legendary, you guys. Don't forget the essence of ISI. For Elon's birthday, I posed the question, what is the scenario, what if extreme weather froze your bank account, guys? This is the culmination of a chain of events that will culminate at the same time the purge takes place in Ice 9, according to the Grateful Dead. You guys, what is Ice 9? What is the consequence of doing what is right? That would lead to a disastrous outcome. The rapid development of this phenomenon, which solidifies all water on Earth, is akin to a time freeze. Right? Devastating results. This film has to be enjoyed by all of you. You do realize that the freezing of your assets and finances is linked to the number 9, right? When the market is frozen, the price of a COMEX Rule 5a9 additional piece will increase. What sense does that make? Does and doesn't work at the same time. Now, take a look at this. There is a relation to the concept of thankful beds while discussing Ice 9. Now we know who to thank for the fabled status bestowed upon them by Chris Larson. So, you're curious as to why, right? Because in such case, they genuinely care about assisting you. Right? However, in a way that doesn't violate any agreements. That's right, everyone here is trained to serve you, but also signs non-disclosure agreements with whoever employs them. Guys, this is totally incredible. Check this out if you want to watch and hear Chris Larson explain the origins of Ripple. If you don't find this video to be awesome, that's mind-blowing. We also managed to secure the Revlon URL thanks to a Grateful Dead superfan, which is a pretty cool backstory in and of itself. To the public reporting that you were the most recent Dead & Co. editing firm show, and the tune with came from the people that we always love, the Grateful Dead. Where did you sit? Have you enjoyed it? Absolutely fantastic. To say the least. It was fantastic. I've been a Deadhead for half a century, thus. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has been a Grateful Dead devotee for the better part of half a century. I've noticed a generalization about people's taste in music, and it has to do with the Grateful Dead's consistent sound. Ripples takes its name directly from that of a Grateful Dead tribute band. The dots can't be ignored. Everything is linked together physically. We're going completely bonkers, so somebody get the popcorn for the band. You guys realize that censorship and immediate internet outages are about to commence, right? Do we really witness a nation in distress, a leader out of control, and people who know what they want? Everything is a well-planned, all-out operation to implement a brand new footage system. That's why it was all part of a master plan. Are you blind? That's a piece of cake. How are we getting all these things right? At some point, we're going to be hailed legends for getting everything just right. And when we sat down to prepare, we were, and we weren't. What if we'd lied? Not interested. Take a look at the current events. What's the deal now? The true issue is, what can happen to a country or town near you, as events in France have the potential to have a domino effect across the Atlantic. Correct. After this guy states I will not, I cannot, but also here, right, the whole place shakes violently. An automobile collision is being replayed in slow motion. It's going to go off with a boom, and we're getting what we want, and we're winning the lotto in slow motion, too, guys. The night will pass. A breeze, really. While that is taking place, he might be chilling out at a concert right now if it didn't bother him. Just a puppy, really. He is aware of the strategy to hasten and expand the forthcoming financial system. That's all we have to say, and it's not monetary. Be ready for the irrevocability of ending a choice, and often a choice or not any option, but what made it so great is that you had a choice at all. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.